Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Vapid Dominator FX. Now I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. We are back for more Bottom Dollar Bounties. Will it off-road? You heard me loading the spreadsheet as that's what the typing was. I didn't have it open. I have everything written down here on the note card, but I still like to have the spreadsheet open in case a random thing comes to mind. So this week was an interesting one. Oh, I guess we have to snipe each other now. I don't think anybody ever actually did this. Smaller crowd though, so less likely to have those type of shenanigans. But yeah, this week I two cars that probably my most anticipated from the Bottom Dollar Bounties update. Just based on, what they are, what they represent in IRL. But I was hoping for just some astronomically good performances. Like, I was really hoping these would be at the top or near the top. I suppose maybe I should have tempered those expectations a little bit, though. Given that this is, a muscle car and the other one is a high-performance sedan. Neither of which are classes that typically perform all that well in Will It Off-Road. If we look at the top 10, gosh, how far down do I have to go before we hit muscle or stance? I'm glad I opened up the spreadsheet. We have to go all the way down to 37th before we see a muscle. And then... yeah, I don't know. We got to go quite a ways down before we see a sedan. I'm just curious. I want to know now. Oh, no, there's a sedan up in 16th. I overlooked it up there. Yeah, the Reinhardt. So yeah, not really the best classes for Will It Off-Road historically, and neither of these are all-wheel drive. Neither of them. I mean, they both have a lot of grip. But they still spin the wheels a lot in the dirt, and both suffer from getting hit with the bushes. But my God, speaking of bushes, here we go. Do both of the cars today look absolutely incredible. Once again, just got to hand it up in the top right-hand corner to Raven for making his Interceptor look stock. With the tinted windows, you can't even really see the police equipment unless you're looking at the front window. So, kind of cool that he has... that looking stock. He could have saved himself several $1 million and just bought the stock one like a week later. But anyways, we're making our final climb in the Dominator FX, and we are up 2 minutes, 43 seconds. So, will it off-road? Lovely shot of Commander Hobo flying by me. Yes! Yes, it will. What you didn't get to see is that a few seconds later, as Hobo was backing up from there, Raven then went flying over him. It was great. It's always nice when a Fox body tries to take out a crowd. Sometimes it just happens to be a crowd of other Fox bodies. And we decided that a group of Fox bodies is known as a homicide. I'm sure you probably get that reference. But yeah, this wasn't really a struggle to get up or down the mountain, really. It just, it lacked the grip to really put the power down. And, that's just the nature of a muscle car. But let's talk about stats. Out of 439 vehicles as of this video, the Dominator FX is 90th. So, that is up in the top 25% at least. It is 0.15 seconds slower than the Impaler LX, surprisingly. That stunned me a bit. And then it is 0.23 seconds faster than the Banshee. Okay, careful, Brendan. In terms of muscle cars, we have tested 56 as of this vehicle. It is 9th, so getting to the top 10 somewhere. Same split to the Impaler, and then a quarter of a second faster than the Vajero ZX convertible, which also kind of surprises me. Where everything stacks up, it's just kind of weird. In terms of Bottom Dollar Bounties, as of this vehicle, we've tested 11. By the end of the video, that will be up to 12. Having some issues. Oh, can I save it? Does it have the grip to get back up the side of this? I am just feathering the throttle so I don't spin the wheels. Look at that. There we go. Yes, so out of 11, it is 6th. 4.93, basically 5 seconds slower than the Envisage. Oh, somebody booted me in the wrong. And 2.05 seconds faster than the Dorado Cruiser. So, not the worst, but, you know, definitely not the best. Wait, have we tested 11? Have we really? I thought the Dorado Cruiser was down lower than that. No, the Dorado Cruiser is 7. Alright, no, it is. I didn't lie to myself on my note card. But I do love the car. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm really happy with how the design turned out for the one I have. I really like Hobos as well. I like Ravens as well. I've yet to see one done up that I don't like. But we are down on our control descent after just a couple mishaps, and Hobo just way overcooked it. Right onto the beach. And then Raven pretty much kind of sort of lands his. But 2 good jumps for both of them. We are back at the top of Mount Chiliad, where we, as is the custom, fling the cars off the side of the mountain, and I did not get a very good start. Lost too much speed to the wheelie, and I'm in a tree. Yeah, I thought this was it. I thought this was the end of the run. I really didn't think I was going to get out of here. But then I managed to get off the first tree, only to get stuck on another one. But there we go. The power of a burnout. I wind up bonking yet another tree. Almost got a 4th. So the other guys are, I think they're waiting, honestly, for me to come down at this point. They could be much farther ahead than that, but I think they both stopped. And, oh, right over Hobo. Definitely taking a beating on the way down, getting beaten up by my own body parts, no less. That was quite the hit. I don't know if you saw that with that bumper hit. It actually moved the car. I think it was landed on Raven. But the melee is always fun. And of course, the more people that we have, the better. So you are welcome to join us if you're a member of the Vainglorious Discord server. You can join in on all of our community videos and live streams, including World Offroad. You just have to have the game we're playing on the platform we're playing it. And even if you don't want to take part in the community videos and streams, we'd still love to have you on the server. I guess I'm going to go over the railroad tracks. Nope, guess not. But we would love to have you. We have tons of gamers from all platforms who play all sorts of different games. We've got about 300 people. It's a kind of quiet server, not going to lie. You know, you're not going to find just constant activity there, but what do you expect? I don't even have, I've got, what, a little over 11,000 subscribers? So, you know, I'm happy with the number that we have and the activity we have. I'm proud of our community. But we're coming up for the woodpile. We were never going to get over that because of that crash at the bottom, but we're down 159. I don't know what Raven was doing up there. I think he was trying to get over the woodpile. So for the damage, most of the windows and lights are on. The bumpers, the hood are missing. The left door and trunk will not close. It has bent wheels and some body damage, especially up on the front clip. It's a bit mangled. But as you'll see from our support vehicles, they can definitely take a much bigger beating. There is definitely a damage model there. So there's from the front. There's from the back, and Hobo's just going to try to escape on us here in a second, I think. But that's going to bring us to our next vehicle. The Benefactor Vorschlaghammer? I think I said it right. I've been practicing. I Googled it and everything, and listened to people say it in both English and German. It means sledgehammer. I don't know why Rockstar couldn't just call it Sledgehammer. I guess they wanted to feel authentic. I don't know, but I love the car. I wish the wide body kit didn't look so funky on it though. I really wanted the wide body kit, but I just don't like what it does, like by the rear door handles and the way there's like a very clear gap over the fender flares and the main body panels. It just, I don't know, very unappealing, especially in certain light. It like almost looks like a bigger gap than is really there. So I don't really care for it all that much. Raven was continuing to struggle all throughout today. He's been getting a lot better at Will and Offroad, but man, he had a rough time in both vehicles today. And, you know, it happens from time to time, but at least it makes for a fun afternoon listening to somebody struggle. And you can hear that struggle if you're a channel supporter. I have a behind-the-scenes version of most of our community videos, which is ad-free, less edited, and includes our Discord conversation instead of this voiceover. You can hit up the description down below for more information on how you can become a channel supporter and gain access to the Vainglorious HQ on the Vainglorious Discord server. And while you're down there, two things. Make sure you hit the like button, because that does help the channel. I know everybody says it, and everybody says it because it's true. And if you leave a comment, engagement. When people engage with the video, it boosts it in the algorithm. So if you do those things, you know, even if you just leave an emoji or say first or whatever, it's engagement, and it does help. And I greatly appreciate it. But second, play Will It Off-Road Bingo. The link is in the description. And if something on your bingo card happens in the video and you manage to get bingo out of all that, then put that in the comments or come tell us about it on the Vainglorious Discord server. You'll be our 6th ever bingo winner out of 226 Will It Off-Road videos. And that's not counting the Will It Off-Road at the races or Will It Off-Road in the snow. Like, you know, every season we do Will It Off-Road at the races, and we've done 80 vehicles in the snow, so that's probably got to be close to 40 videos. I think some of them had 3 cars in it, so probably close to 40 more. So, you know, we're at well over 300 total Will It Off-Roads now, so that's a lot. Oh my God, I've driven up and down this mountain. Oof, 600 times. More than that, because the car you saw earlier we had to re-record because of audio problems. The Dominator FX, we actually recorded it twice, 2 weeks in a row. We did record the Castigator, but then this car came out and I wanted it. But we're up 2 minutes, 51 seconds. So, Will It Off-Road? Yeah, it did fine. Pushing that 3-minute mark a little bit though. So, overall, out of 439 vehicles, it's down in 1/60th, which isn't even good for top third. It's just outside of the top third. It is 0.35 seconds slower than the Panther, which is a car I forgot existed. And then almost exactly the same, 0.4 seconds faster than the Penetrator, a car I will never forget exists because I love it and adore it. In terms of sedans, we have tested 29, and this is 6th. It is 0.85 seconds slower than the Tailgater S, and then 2.87 seconds faster than the Stratum. It's a weird company this car's keeping. And then out of 12 Bottom Dollar Bounties vehicles, this is 11th. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing. 1.4 seconds slower than the Dominator FX Interceptor, and 10.07 seconds faster than a Greenwood Cruiser. So at least it can outrun one cop. Speaking of Dominators, I forgot to mention this. What is going on, Hobo? Hobo had in the Dominators, the Dominator FX is 7 seconds faster up the mountain than the FX Interceptor, which kind of surprised me a lot. I think that's our biggest gap in the civilian and emergency vehicles. What is Raven doing? Like, what was he even trying to do there? I don't know. Sometimes I do a barrel roll in astonishment at everybody else's acts. And so that's why I did a barrel roll right there. It had nothing to do with being out of control because I did save it beautifully. Yes, if you got that on your Will It Off-Road Bingo card, I did just compliment on driving. I gotta give you some freebies. I mean, Hobo gives you a freebie every week, potential freebie, by having the Avenger. Because an Avenger appears as a possibility for one of the bingo spots. Well, my brain just kind of went off. And that jump back there from that one trail to the other, that's the first time I'm able to take that at speed and under control like that. This car, it's not slow, and it was not a challenge, which is why I was surprised at the time I actually wound up with. It felt faster. because it wasn't really much of a struggle to get up or down the mountain. So when I was editing the video and saw it was a 251, I actually went back and made sure I hadn't screwed up the timer somehow, because it felt a lot faster than that. But we're down 2 minutes 37 seconds. Hobo is going to land on a Jeep, and then Raven's going to come up behind him and... oh, a car, a Hobo. So there you go. So our final damage descent for today, where we throw the Vorschlaghammer off the side. You gotta say it with like some spit in your voice or something, I think, to really sound German. Looks like I was aiming for that same tree again, but I managed to avoid it. I really thought I was gonna blow up. I thought the thing was gonna like land on its bumper and go boom. But it didn't, so all is well. Trying to catch up to Hobo, because I really would love to get in a good wrestling match with that SUV, because I think it would just be fun. There we go. Yeah, I can't even move it. The weight difference is just so pronounced. And oh, right into the motor. That had to hurt. I would have snapped the front of the real life car right off. So on this one, the damage descent, you know, anytime the wheels are stanced, it's always a little difficult to determine if... oh, another barrel roll. And almost landed it. But it's always hard to determine if the wheels are bent or if they're... I'm just seeing the stance. But I think on this one, it's going to be pretty clear that the wheels are bent well beyond their stance. And we both just come in various versions of upside down. By the way, this, what I call ultra black paint, looks phenomenal in the sun. It's just screw color, hex code 0000000, just pure black. It's just a darker black than what we can get in LSC, and I love it. I don't love that I missed the wood pile twice in 1 week, though. It makes me a bit sad. And I bonked into Hobo, but we're down 129. So let's take a look at the damage on the Vorschlaghammer. Most of the windows and lights go on the hood, the front bumper, left fender, and right front door is missing. Not really front doors, can't be two. I'll try to remember to fix that in editing. The doors of the truck won't close. It has bent wheels and slight body damage. Let's take a look at our support vehicles, one of which is about to be on fire any second now. There's from the front and then from the back. I like when they match. It's beautiful. They didn't plan it. It just worked out that way. Hey, we move back next week with a couple police cars, I think is what's on the schedule. I could be wrong about that. But I want to thank you for watching Will It Off-Road today. There are a million things you could have watched on YouTube, and you chose this video, and I sincerely appreciate it. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.